to know and what they're not telling. So before we start, I want to clear the energy on our cards pretty fast. And please bear with me, guys. You might hear my kids in the background. If that bothers you, if that is distracting for you, perhaps you want to choose a different reader today. There we go. And the last thing to do is to activate our cards with the sound of the singing bowl. Which deck does want to speak with us today? Which deck wants to speak with us today? I think this one, the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Duggan, if I pronounce it right. Already premeditated on your cards, Libra. And cards are pre-shuffled. Let's do a quick little shuffle before we start. You might want to adjust your sound, as the shuffling tends to be pretty loud sometimes, especially on the headset. What is there for us to know? What is Libra's person not telling our beautiful Libra? What is there to know for the first part of September, from the 1st to the 15th? What is there for us to know? What is Libra's person? Whoa, not telling our Libra. That's too much, Spirit. I need only one card, please. One card, please. Spirit, guardian angels, my spirit guides. It's just pre-shuffling when I see the tower came out. And now pre-shuffling. And that is telling us that there's been some rude awakenings for someone, probably. Libras? What is there for us to know? What is there for us to know? What is Libra's person not telling us? Ooh. Okay, that's too many. That's too many. Just one, please. Just one, please. What is there for us to know? What is there for us to know? For our beautiful Libras. Just one card, please. One card, please. One card, please. What is there to know? Whoa! Did you see that, Libra? Did you see those cards going crazy? It's too many cards, though, Spirit. It's very easy to lose a track of thought when you have that many coming out. Just one. Just one. Just one, Spirit. Just one, Spirit. What is there for us to know? What is Libra's person not telling our beautiful Libra? And that one wanted to come out before, and it just came out again. What is Libra's person not telling Libra? What is Libra's person not telling Libra? What is there to know? What is there to know? Whoa. Okay. What is there for us to know? These two came out together, so I'll have that one. Okay, my dear Libra, the first card that we have, which represents the past, is Seven of Cups. And Seven of Cups generally talks about our emotions. And Seven of Cups, for me as a reader, intuitively tells that in the past there was an expectation to be made about situation, person, or situationship, perhaps. There's been multiple options and there's been multiple opportunities, and there was a bit of confusion, wishful thinking going on. What we have in the present is Five of Cups. Perhaps someone is not, we have more cups, which talks about the water signs. Perhaps you're dealing with the water sign, which could be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. You might be dealing with one of those signs, or they might have water sign in their chart. Five of Cups tells me that someone is sad and cries over the spilled milk, as they say, right? There's some dissatisfaction with the outcome. There's a regret and sadness about what happened, what the result, the outcome was about your particular situation or situationship, or in the relationship. And as the energy is fluent, please remember that the roles might be reversed. Please apply as it fits in your situation, and don't focus on the gender, as we all have masculine and feminine within us. So this tells me that someone perhaps is not happy with the current situation and is pretty sad and still wonders how the hell this could possibly happen to me. And that person is not seeing the two cups that are still left there, but there's still something that is left there. If you would open your eyes, if you would only open your eyes and focus on what's to come rather than what happened. The third card in the spread, this card came in pre-shuffling and it came in the spread again. It's probably one of my least favorite cards. It's the what's happening. And Seven of Swords is sneaky energy. It's a flip-floppy energy. Someone probably was or is flaky and probably gave the false expectation or led someone on, allowed to believe that the person is being taken seriously, and in the result someone got really disappointed, someone got really hurt. Not a fan of that energy. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, it's an earth signs. Eight of Pentacles talks about work, talks about a lot of effort that's been there, and it's in our obstacles position. It talks about effort. So the obstacle is lack of effort from someone's side, right? Like someone was expecting more from the other half and someone got disappointed. Someone is more an old-fashioned person, perhaps, and it just the expectation didn't came to the fruition. There was something that wasn't as it seemed to be. Three of Pentacles. And the next card again, the Earth signs. Three of Pentacles can mean a few things. It's hard work. And it's also in the position of our environment. It represents someone who is a hard worker. Usually people admire that person, things high of that person. It also can talk about collaboration, working together with someone on the common goals. So that's the environment. That's it tells me that the person, I cannot tell which side of, but someone is trying to just dig into work and bury themselves with work as a distraction from the unfortunate situation that happened. And people admire and see that person as a hard worker and as a good example for others, but it is actually one of the coping mechanisms for someone. In the advice position, we have Six of Cups, again more water signs and more emotion. It tells me that there is a lot of reminiscing going on about the situation. It's a lot of thinking going on about the good and the bad times. The emotions are still there regardless of how painful that was. There's a nostalgia for the days that gone by. Someone is longing for that lost opportunity in the relationship, for that person that is probably not there that much anymore. And the advice is, it's okay to think and miss the people that we got deeply invested in. To remember what was good and take your lessons, take what you learned, and remember that is what is meant for us will never pass us by. Don't focus on the bad. Don't focus on the bad. And forgiveness is not about them, it's not for them. It's for you to free yourself and not to poison your soul with negative energy. It's for yourself. Don't hold on to the toxic, don't hold on to the bad. And it's okay. Your emotions are valid. It's normal, it's okay. We have to go through that. It's a part of the lesson. And the most possible outcome in this situation. Eight of Swords is self-inflicted fear of some kind. Perhaps someone wants to take an extra step and talk about what happened, and perhaps there's not much of communication going on between you. There's some lack of closure. Something is lingering, a feeling of some unfinished business. But there is a fear to initiate the conversation, even though it would be helpful for healing and closure. But there is a self-inflicted fear that it will not be, communication will not be accepted in a positive fashion and manner. There's a fear of the competition still behind, and of someone is trying to avoid the conflict. Someone is very conflicted, doesn't want the confrontation, and scared what might come out of that conversation. But what I want to bring your attention to is those ropes on that lady. They're not very tight, so you can at any given time pull those ropes off and pull that blindfold from your eyes and face the situation. You have it in you. You just have to trust yourself. It will be helpful for healing and closure. It will be helpful to understand the situation if you feel like you need it. It's just, there's some diplomacy needed, because the possibility of conflicting situation, there's a pretty big possibility if the approach will not be correct. Okay, Libra. Let's see what is the advice from our oracle. From our oracle deck, what is the final advice from the universe for our beautiful Libra? I forgot to mention, Libra, that I don't see the cards in reverse.